guys, welcome to the show.
Whoa.
Hey, everybody. It's good to have you here on the show.
Oh, my goodness, guys.
The SonsOfVidya podcast is again convening for another week.
Dude, we have a super special episode this time because we're
Don't give them a lie, though.
Dude, because we're not in our normal recording zone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude, we're camping, man.
We're camping?
Yeah. Didn't you notice the tent that we're currently inside of?
I don't... Listen, when we're in the zone, the pod zone, I only am looking at the microphone.
Guys, Tom C. and I decided to get out of the stuffy old office, and now we're roughing it out here in my backyard in this tent.
Yeah?
It's gonna get a little spooky. But my mom's inside, so I'm not that scared. But
I was told there'd be s'mores.
There will be s'mores later. We're gonna tell ghost stories. I've heard.
Hold on, let's backtrack. There's gonna be s'mores soon, or else we're not doing a show.
There'll be s'mores soon.
You think we're gonna start off with ghost stories and not s'mores? What kind of camping is this?
Listen.
Do you even know how to camp?
Listen. We had hot cocoa earlier. You gotta let your stomach settle.
Maybe you gotta let your stomach settle. I'm demanding this s'more stuff happens.
Dude, we just played a raucous game of Manhunt with only 2 people.
And after I won, I was ensured I'd be eating s'mores.
You won the first round. I won the next 7, though. That's the thing.
You only had to win the first one. What is this? You only have to win the first round of anything ever, okay?
But I won the next 7.
Who cares? You lost the first one. That's the only that matters. Listen, you can win the Earnhardt 500, but if you win the next 10 after that, you still suck.
I don't think that's true. I don't think too many people would agree with you.
Well, you'd be surprised. Regardless, I'm making a line in the sand for s'mores.
Okay, guys. Somebody sent Tom C some s'mores because I actually don't have any.
Oh, it's like that?
Well, listen.
I'm a little bit grumpy today. I did not get to take my nap because we were playing so many games of Manhunt. I was assured there'd be naps, but here we are. Doing a show, I guess, without s'mores. It's not even really a show.
Well, listen, we don't have snores, but we got ants on a log. That's good.
That's disgusting. I'm not going to eat an ant.
Well, no, it's not actually ants on a log. It's celery and peanut butter with raisins on it.
That's even more disgusting. Who put celery and raisins together?
Dude, that's what...
Okay, hold on. First of all, raisins are gross in general.
Dude, that's what...
Let's not joke around.
That's what ants on a log... That's what ants on a log are.
Doesn't mean it's not gross. Raisins suck.
Dude, I like raisins.
Okay, well, then you're off the show.
What?
I thought we made it clear raisins were garbage.
Dude, dude, you want to... Since I'm just waving my raisin junk in your face, apparently. I like oatmeal raisin cookies. There, I said it.
Raisins are garbage.
I like oatmeal raisin cookies.
Well, welcome to... Okay, here's the deal. You're ruining America because now we have to be the society that constantly worries if a chocolate chip cookie is an oatmeal raisin cookie. And it's your fault. There shouldn't be oatmeal raisin cookies.
Nobody who's even slightly careful can make that mistake.
It happens.
Obviously different.
It is a trope of cookie eating.
No.
To accidentally bite into
idiots. It's a trope for stupid people. Only dumb people can confuse an oatmeal raisin cookie with the chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, no. On first glance, you see those spots, and you're like, "That's obviously chocolate chip because chocolate chip's
you got
better."
The oatmeal in there.
Nobody wants a raisin cookie. Hold on, real talk. We're about to make a judgment of character on you. What's better, chocolate chip cookie or oatmeal raisin?
Obviously, chocolate chip.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm not crazy.
That was
let's not go
That
overboard.
was dangerously close to the end of the show.
Let's not go overboard.
That was almost the end of the series right there.
I know.
You knew. I think you better. Okay, what's number 2 on that list, though?
Dude, you know what's probably number 2? I'd probably say sugar cookies.
I was going to say a peanut butter cookie.
That's good too, but I like it just a simple sugar cookie with a little bit of the
I can't fight you on this.
The colored sugar on it. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not one of them colored sugar guys, but that one's on me.
Yeah,
that one's on me.
Dude,
where's oatmeal raisin rating on this?
Dude, oatmeal raisin's like it's not like
I'll eat them. I'll eat them. By the way,
it's it's probably like 6 or 7.
Okay, that I think is fair. That I think is fair. Although I will still defend that. We shouldn't have any kind of proliferation of oatmeal raisin cookies.
Dude, you know what's
I'd rather they didn't exist.
Dude, you know what's really good? My mom gets these sometimes. She might have some in the house. We should text some later. They're molasses cookies. They're delicious.
How do those work?
They taste like molasses.
I don't know if I've had molasses before.
It's slightly less sweet sugar.
Why would I want that?
Because it has a different flavor.
Yeah, but we have sugar.
Yeah, I realize that. Oh, dude, you know what else is great? The cup of dirt.
I don't know what that is.
You're missing out, dude.
Okay, just because I don't know what it is doesn't mean I didn't have it.
Okay, cup of dirt is when you have chocolate pudding and you mix it with crushed up Oreos.
Yeah, I've had this.
Yeah.
No, I don't know all these camping names, man. I'm not an Eagle Scout.
Well, that's not camping. I don't think people make cup of dirt while they're camping.
Dude, you get your survival pudding pack and your survival crushed up Oreos pack.
Yeah, that is true.
Dude, I used to have that with gummy worms.
Yeah. I said gummy worms, I think.
I don't think you did.
Well, I was going to.
Well, whatever. That's dirt and worms, bro. Whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Are you one of those losers who calls it bug juice?
Oh, yeah, I call it bug juice.
No, you're the loser. Sorry, dude.
Dude, that's off. No, a bug juice is what I call anything that's off-brand Kool-Aid.
Oh, I hate that. It's all Kool-Aid, dude.
Nah, dude, I don't like that. I don't like that as much.
I don't even know if you can buy off-brand Kool-Aid.
Dude, yeah, you got like Rite Aid. Oh, wait, no, that's a chain of pharmacies. You got
Powerade. Oh, no, wait, that's a chain of beverages.
Yeah, it's a chain of different beverages.
Right. Whatever. The point
is... Do you
is...
like Muddy Buddies?
I don't know what that is either.
It's the chocolate and powdered sugar-coated Chex.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing to hate there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing to hate there, friend.
Yeah.
The point is, none of this is happening because you didn't bring anything to this stupid camping trip.
Listen.
Do you think we're just going to... we're going to salvage our own food?
No.
We're going to forage around for berries or whatnot?
No, listen.
I don't care if the house is right there. I don't care if she's ordering a pizza.
She actually is ordering pizza. Do you like pizza?
I was told s'mores, all right?
Well, congrats. It's a s'mores pizza. I was waiting to surprise you, but now you forced me to ruin it.
Honestly, this is the best surprise I've ever had in my life.
It's a giant 12-inch graham cracker with a round piece of chocolate, a large marshmallow, and then another large 12-inch graham cracker put on top of it.
Yeah. All right. That's all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
All right. Can we set some marshmallows on fire though?
Yeah, probably.
I just want to burn them and then throw them at girls.
I mean, listen. I'm sorry we don't have any s'mores. You're just gonna have to make do with all this chocolate, marshmallow, and graham crackers that we have in the house.
All right. I'll deal with that somehow.
Okay.
I don't know how. Guys, welcome to the show. This is a video game show.
It is a video game show. Not dessert chat. That's for later.
Honestly, we really should just change this into a food show.
Dude, we've talked about that several a times.
As a man who eats food pretty regularly,
dude, I've heard of food by sticking it into my ear holes.
I feel like I would be an expert because I've eaten it a bunch of times. Guys, I'm going to talk today about...
The thing is, you only got to eat food once, and then you know everything there is to know about it.
That's true. It's like when you have socks.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to talk about something today that I have no experience in at all. Not eating. But I've been confused about this.
Women?
It relates.
Oh, yeah, it does. How weird is that?
Not weird at all. I assumed you... That's why you said it.
No,
anyway.
It was supposed to be a joke at your expense.
Oh, right. Okay, good one. Good one.
Nice.
So, here's the thing, guys. This, let's broaden it really, really hard right here. So, online dating is a thing that's growing in popularity.
Yeah, guys.
And I'm supporting of it. I think it's a good thing.
It used to have a really nasty stigma attached to it, but nowadays, since everyone's on the internet and everyone's got... So I think what really helped it along kind of was the advent of the portable camera, you know?
Maybe.
Because, like, think about before
you had to send Polaroids to each other.
Well, like, before it wasn't as easy because you either had to scan photos in, you had to get them off a CD, but nowadays it's just like, boom, selfie in the mirror.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
That it's just a theory.
Well, there's millions of services now. You got your All Right Cupid. You got your Bad News.
Yeah.
You got all sorts of things. And people are meeting each other in all sorts of ways thanks to the power of the internet. And on a site like your Great Cupids or your whatevers, you have a picture of yourself, you have a profile, and people come and meet you, right? That's great. You're advertising yourself based off your best qualities, okay?
Yeah, and trying to find people who are like-minded with your ideals and... ideals.
Theoretically, it streamlines the whole process, and it's a good idea. And I think it has a lot. I think it could work. I think it does work. I think it is a good idea.
I know a few people who have married with having met online.
Now the question here is, guys, what does that have to do with video games? Great question. Let me answer it.
Go ahead, Tom.
I have been mystified lately about people meeting each other for a relationship through massive multiplayer online role-playing games.
And this is a thing that happens a lot.
And I want to discuss this because it blows my friggin' mind.
Yeah,
that
dude.
People are meeting ladies, I assume ladies,
Well, I assume ladies are meeting gentlemen or ladies.
Whatever. They're meeting each other through a game. They're on the same guild. They're on the same.
They're pro horde or pro alliance.
And something happens where they go, "Hey, let's make this into a real relationship," and that's where I'm getting confused. You know, because my question is this: when you're advertising, when you're meeting someone on these things, you are advertising a avatar of yourself that is obviously not you.
Right.
And so. Carlor, the level 28 thief magician.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard. He's whatever. He's not you.
Yeah.
He is not related to you at all. I mean, you might be funny through Carlor, and Carlor might have some aspects of you, like your goat legs or whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing
your
is,
hideous head tentacles.
Yeah, these things, you know, like I don't understand how this translates to that. Now. I've asked you before, and you said you actually know people who've met through an online game.
We both do.
Oh yeah, well, sort of.
You know, I know them better than you do, but
yes, I know that person, but I don't know the story. Do you know the story?
Other than
can you make one up?
Okay. There's a guy and a girl that I know, and
let's call him Frack and Gelda.
Frack and Gelda. Gelda, of course, being the man.
No,
Gelda. He was playing WoW one day. And
in the merry little month of May.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
And he was looking over, and he was like, what is that sultry undead temptress doing over there? Mm-hmm. And that was Frack, and they started chatting it up, and lo and behold, 12 months later, they had a marriage baby.
Okay. The question is, so they like, you're both just hanging out playing the game, right? And then you just, like, walk over to a seemingly female character, and you start, like, actually talking about whatever's going on?
I think that's the case, because here's the deal. I think it's really more or less like anything else. If you spend enough time with people doing the same thing, you're going to get to know them. Mm-hmm. Like, if you just took... Imagine if you just took the separated element of World of Warcraft, okay? Like, like being at your house, like alone. If you took that element out of it and put everyone who was playing together in a room and like doing like a sport or activity together,
it would probably smell terrible.
It would probably smell awful. But also, all these people doing that so often, so many times per day,
would build a bond.
Yeah, it's going to build a bond, and that's one of the reasons why I liked the game when I played it. I played it a few years ago. I've mentioned this a few times on the show, guys. Back in high school, a few friends of mine and I we had our own private server off of totally legally downloaded versions of the game, and
I don't even know why you had to mention. Of course, that's how we do it.
But we had our own private server, and we were playing it, and it was a lot of fun because it's not the game itself that's fun. It's the fact that there are people who I liked who were playing it with me, and we went on a couple raids, we killed a few dragons or whatever, we got some treasures, and that was genuinely fun. But again, it's not because of the game, it's just because of I'm doing something with my friends. Okay. And that's what makes it better.
Well, here's my question. I've never played any MMORPG. And so, like, when you talk to somebody on this game, is it always mic chat? I know this is a dumb question.
No, not when I was doing it, but I think that's a lot more prevalent nowadays.
Like, because you, like, walk up to your summoner or whatever, and you're like, how's it going? And they're like, I have a voice modulator on or something, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of servers frown on voice mods. I don't know. I never played with one. I don't
know anything about this. Like, it just seems to, like, if I was talking to someone, they're like, hey, I'm a girl, I'd be like, I don't think I believe you. I'd be like, I don't trust that. I don't even know why it would get to that part. Like, I don't understand the getting to a personal level in this game. Doesn't that break immersion?
No, I don't think so. Because the idea is you're supposed to be kind of crafted. I think you're supposed to be kind of melding characters with, like, your real life. I think, as you said before, I think the characters that you create, the avatars, they're supposed to have part of you in them, in addition to being their own separate thing. Because I know a lot of people who are really invested in their, like, their characters or whatever. Their orc huntresses or what have you.
Right.
They get really invested in that stuff, and it takes them down some pretty strange paths, but it becomes a part of their life. And we talked about this a little bit off camera /mic /whatever the other day, and it stops being a game for them and it becomes life. It becomes a part of their life.
The people that you know who met through this, are they that way with that game?
No, I don't think either of them play that anymore. I know he doesn't. I don't know if she still does.
Well, when they met each other through it.
Probably not. I can't imagine. I can't imagine he was ever quite like that. Although I could be entirely long.
You could be entirely long about a lot of things.
Tooth, yeah.
No, that's because then that might make sense. Because guys. Also, I said this before to myself, but like the valor displayed in the game is not your valor. Like, I don't understand people like, maybe there's like, you saved me when we were doing the Battle of Evermore with Led Zeppelin, and they're like, that was a really special moment for me. Now I like you in a
trying to
very sexual way.
Remember the dungeons were. I think Strathholm was one.
It's really not important.
It's not. I'm just remembering from.
But like, you know, it's just these things are not. Maybe.
But I don't think it's like the rest. I don't think it's like that. I think it's. I don't think it's as much as, oh, your paladin totally bashed that dragon's head in when it was about to eat my level 16 priest or whatever. I think it's more of a case of, you and we killed this dragon together, then we fought giants together, then we tamed a warg pack together. Mm-hmm. I think it's more what you do it's more what you do with people than what you do for people.
I guess it's just that we've had so much fun together for all these hours.
Yeah, I think that's what it really boils down to.
I don't know. I'm a very shallow person, and if I meet up with her and she didn't look like that seductress, that succubi.
If she didn't have an exposed elbow and an unattached jaw, I'd be well. By the way, one of the races undead. In case you didn't know,
I was like, oh no, her elbow's exposed. What is she, the Amish?
I meant
class?
I meant like your elbowbone.
Okay.
Elbone.
Yeah, the elbone.
Yeah,
it's attached to whatever the real bones are that are there.
Yeah.
I guess I can respect that. I don't know.
No, I know you really don't get it, and
honestly, I don't understand anything about the dating process.
That's true.
So that might be on me. But it just seems like this is a very weird way of doing it. And I'm not against it. However people want to meet, that's great.
But it's not weird because
it's not weird because it's not weird. But.
No, well, yeah, but it's not weird because it brings like-minded people together.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, because you have people who don't really have a lot of social skills sometimes. Sorry,
yeah, that's
gross generalization times. But we'll say that this is just.
I'm not even sure that's a part of it. I think you still have to have some socialization skills to meet people online like that.
But it's easier to have that social interaction behind the wall of your character. You know?
Yeah.
I think it helps bring a lot of people out.
I think you're probably right. We know the people that we're talking about who met. They are both very normal.
Yeah.
Like they aren't like super dorks. They're not particularly incredibly out of shape or anything.
No.
They're like healthy normal people. It's like, it's just weird.
I think it was just a phase for them, just like it was a phase for me. You know?
Did they meet each other in the game?
Yeah, I think so.
See, that's nuts.
To the best of my knowledge, yeah.
Well, I can't say I'm against it.
I ain't against it.
Guys, discuss it amongst yourself. Maybe you'll meet your future wife in Guild Wars 8, and she'll be a dragon, except a real dragon. You won't know that, though.
As long as I don't know it, I guess that's fine.
You'll meet one day, and she'll be a fire-breathing dragon. She'll kill you.
Dude, then I'll be just like Shrek.
What? She was an ogre.
No, the dragon.
Which dragon?
There was a dragon. That's what Donkey married, remember? They had little half-donkey, half-dragon kids.
Yo, that's deep. Also, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember anything about Shrek.
They totally did. Guys, we'll see you later. Oh, thanks, Mom. She brought the s'mores, guys.
She also brought a flamethrower, which I felt was a little bit overkill for the s'mores.
Yeah, well, my mom was in Vietnam, so she brought it back with her.
You're never too mom to have a Vietnam flashback.
That's what I've always said.
There weren't ladies in Vietnam on the U.S. side, right?
They're probably nurses.
Nurse. That's a non-traumatic job. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, I think you talk to most nurses, they say they breezed by the war.
First of all, a lot of people will tell you how not traumatic their job is.
Yeah.
That's number one. People are like, on a traumatic level of 1 to 10, your job, I'll be like, it's a 1.
So there's one thing I like about our job that we have, it's that how non-traumatic it is.
Like when I was giving the resume, I was like, listen, I know you get this all the time. How traumatic is this? She was like, it can't be more than a 1 out of 10. She used the system that I just used too.
Even I think that's a little high.
It's way high. That's implying it's even like a little traumatic.
Yeah, right?
I would say like a restaurant's maybe a 2.
Yeah, restaurants can be bad.
Restaurants can be very traumatic.
That's not even a joke.
Sometimes you have nightmares about not serving a table on time.
Yeah, sometimes
or your boss yelling at you.
Dude, the worst
That actually does happen.
Dude, no, the worst was one time I was on vacation in Italy. And I was sleeping, and I had a dream where, the tickers, where they put the orders in for the chefs?
Yeah.
I had a dream that I had a ticker in my hotel room where I was staying.
No.
I had to do it. It was so bad.
No, I've had that before where I've right as I'm about to go to bed, I'm like, I forgot to get those people ice. And that was like, I was like, oh no. Someone's going to yell at me 5 years after I quit that job.
Dude, no, I still have high school dreams too, which is the absolute worst.
Yeah, I think I've blocked all of high school, which is great.
Because I'll have dreams when the principal called me off and be like, "You're gonna have to repeat 10th grade," and I'm like, "This sucks." Wait, I haven't been in 10th grade for literally 20 years.
That's not true. But also,
I used literal in the figurative sense there.
No, you use the definition of literally. That's now it. Also, we do have a principal. We have the podcast principal. Remember?
Oh yeah,
dude. Remember he got rid of our water cooler.
Ah. Guys, this is really sad news, actually. This is actually the reason why we had to take the camping trip.
Yeah. Guys, we're a little upset. The podcast principal, who obviously is the principal of our Sears Sons tower, the towers of Sears Sons.
Yeah, podcast principal P. Ponas Pameson.
I've never pronounced his name. I just call him Triple P. I call him Master P. Sorry. He got us a new water cooler.
Yeah, and we are not happy, guys.
Here's the thing, guys. Our old water cooler was a fun-loving thing. It was a fun-loving guy.
Dude, here's the thing. He came into the office Monday morning, and
you're excited to see him.
The water cooler was there. He always had a funny noise, like when you're filling up the cup, it would always go...
Yeah.
And it would always be hilarious. It brightened your day.
This new one, it's all business, man.
It's got tubes.
It's got like a tube, but it's also like flat in places you just don't want.
It's silver.
You don't get to see the water. It's like internal. Come on. I don't need this business water cooler.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why people in Pameson got rid of it. Was because he said we were spending too much time with the water cooler.
Listen, that other water cooler, he was a fun guy to be around.
No, it was a good time.
Yes, productivity went down, but my morale was sky high every time I saw that water cooler.
Water cooler.
He was a cool guy,
dude.
He was nice. He helped me make ramen all the time.
Dude, remember last year he got me for Pollyanna. You know what he got me?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Did he get you water?
He got me hot water.
That's fantastic. He does that for me almost every day, though. That's
$25 for the hot water.
That's the difference.
Guys,
the difference is he gets me hot water every time I have tea or ramen.
We're going to miss that hot water cooler, that's for sure.
No, the new one just sucks. I hate it. It doesn't suck water. No, that'd be stupid.
No.
But it just...
Is it a functioning water cooler? Yes.
It probably functions better.
Does it have the same soul?
No, it's got no soul.
It's got no soul.
It's like the German of water coolers. You know?
Yeah. I was
like our old one, it was a raunchy American just getting out of high school.
Yeah, dude.
This new one, no, he's a businessman from Germany.
I was going to say maybe he would be Japanese, but that's just me.
I'm talking you set a watch to him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a mixture of a Japanese-German guy. Let's call him a Jurin.
I would say the joke there should have been you call him a German.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, everybody.
It's all right. But yeah, guys, we mourn. We that's why we had to take this camping trip, just to clear our thoughts.
I shouldn't have even brought it up
and our hearts.
Because now the trip is ruined.
Well, we'll just take another 2 weeks of camping.
Oh, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Guys, a lot of you might be wondering why we didn't take off for that. You might be saying, well, you should have not done a show today if you're mourning the water cooler. And I respect that. We'll take more days off.
I respect your willingness to give us days off.
Appreciate that. We work for you guys.
That's true.
And not the podcast principal, despite what he may think.
No, dude, he doesn't pay our salary.
Honestly, I think we're going to reinstate the old water cooler and replace the principal with him.
Oh, no.
Because then, you're coming into work and you want to see the principal then. Podcast principal.
Yeah, dude.
He's going to be like, it's going to be great.
Yeah, if you think about it, you could call the podcast principal Quintuple P.
Why is that?
Because he's podcast principal P. Ponas Pameson.
That's tough.
Yeah, dude.
He knew what his name was.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Anyway, whatever. We're not going to talk about it even a second longer.
Rest in peace, water cooler.
Guys, I started Assassin's Creed 3. Here's the deal about that game. It's really slow to start, and you're not playing as the guy on the cover, so I'm a little bit out of it.
See, here's the thing. It looks like you're playing as a much cooler guy.
I know, but he's seriously just, he's like the James Bond of this game. Like, every time something happens, he, gives you, a snarky quip. He's like, I guess they're seeing red. Because I stabbed them in the eyeballs, I mean. And you're like, okay, great. Can we just move on?
French Revolution. That's not a way to get ahead in the world.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. No, it's always something like that. And he's like, I get it. He's like a veteran assassin.
Is it like immersion breakingly bad?
No, but it is.
Ever put you out of it?
But immediately I'm like, when do I play as the main character? I've only been playing for 3 or 4 hours, which seems like a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
But
I mean, it's encouraging to know the game's long.
I don't know.
Question mark?
I don't know. But it's so far it's very slow to start, and it's gonna have to work a little harder. You have to work a little harder.
No, because you and I both like the set pieces, but
I like America. Just ask me, dude.
The thing is, I've always said it. I played Assassin's Creed 2. I like that, but I don't really need to play anymore.
Honestly, it's not gonna. There's no way it's gonna be better than 2.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I love Italy. Period.
No, that's good, dude. Because everyone liked Ezio. Everybody liked Ezio, and then you have this doofer. That's my new phrase, by the way, guys. Instead of saying doofus, I say doofer.
It's pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, you got this doofer. Apparently, he's not even the right guy.
He's not Connor, which I think is the name of the main guy.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah.
Do you have any interest in Black Flag?
No, I'll get it if it's $10. But the thing is, because that's how much Assassin's Creed was. It was $11.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I bought it. But, what was I going to say? But, no, the thing about the Assassin's Creed games is they always really suffer from a feeling of, pretend freedom. Because you play it and you're like, cool, there's, an open world, but really, really it's guiding you down a path.
Yeah, because there's no really, you always know what you should be doing.
Yeah.
There's never a chance for you to be like, oh, I should go exploring. Because even when you're granted the side quests, and I've only ever played 2, guys, so this might not be true of all Assassin's Creds, but
is that how we pluralize that?
Yep. In Assassin's Creed 2, you have the feather finding, or you had the chances to find the pieces of the armor from other assassins.
Uh-huh.
But it was never a surprise. I never stumbled upon the sections that I needed to find the armor. It was always pretty obvious that it was where the pieces were. How you went about getting them and doing all the jumping puzzles and stuff. They were fun. I enjoyed them.
There was one way to do it.
Yeah.
But there's not a multiple thing.
And never once was I walking down an alley and there was oh man, this is one of those places where you get the armor piece. It's always don't go in there, Ezio, it's under construction because it's from Roman times. It's not very safe. I really would not recommend going in there. No sorry, Bob. And you're always just okay, Italian stranger, I'll definitely make sure to check that out later. Why would you check it out? There's definitely nothing down there.
No, it's always like that, and it's
for fun jump puzzles.
It's really it's
I'm Russian exchange plumber, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But it's just you want it to be a more free roaming game, and it's really just you're gonna walk up this, and you're gonna walk over there, and you're gonna do that, and that's all there is to it. You're oh, you can kill these guys, but don't because of this computer simulation. By the way, guys, I'm not even going to get started on how much I hate the stupid overarching Desmond story, which I already have gotten unstarted the last time we talked about Assassin's Creed.
Now we're getting started again.
Because it's literally a thing for stupid people. This Desmond overarching story is something that they put in there so that stupid people can understand there's an overarching theme to the entire thing. They could have just had the games be just regular things and be yo, there's also this other stuff that's a little more secretive. You'd be oops, these are all related. But instead you're oh, and here's this generic idiot who sucks and it's not fun at all.
Dude, can we do a little real talk right now?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why I was a little, not bummed, not disappointed, but I was a little really in BioShock Infinite when you went back to Rapture. Because when Ken Levine was talking about the game, he was like, BioShock as a franchise is just like, it's an idea. It's not, they don't always have to connect. They don't always have to be like together or anything like that. It's just the idea of those style of games. And I like that approach. Mm-hmm. And that's an approach that I feel like could work for Assassin's Creed if you got rid of that stupid Desmond framing device. But when you had BioShock Infinite you were playing and you were going through Columbia and stuff, and then all of a sudden Elizabeth was like, oh, by the way, you guys, spoilers. And then Elizabeth was like, everything's connected through doors and lighthouses and cities and woo! And I was like, come on, man. Just, I'm still disappointed about this Burial at Sea stuff.
Really, it does seem like they're not making advantage of the new city, but
I said it before, and I feel like I'm right. It really feels like BioShock fanfic.
No, it really is exactly that.
Because it's like, what if Booker and Elizabeth were in Rapture instead of this other place?
I mean, I get that they're going for the no, you're totally right. Like it is like, and the overarching theme is then made trivial by this stuff happening.
Yeah, instead of being connected by just an idea, there's a tangent that connects all of the cities, past and future. Regardless
like a theme, a theme that is inherent to the stories that people discuss, as opposed to it being shoved down your throat.
Yeah. Because you know when Elizabeth's talking about how everything's connected because of the decisions that people make, and Ryan and Comstock being the same people in a different timeline or whatever.
Spoilers.
Yeah, sorry guys, but
guys, like I said before, here's the deal about Assassin's Creed. No spoilers. Is that there's some kind of apples or whatever, and there's an overarching theme of Assassins versus Templars and whatever, and that's cool. And it makes the story with conspiracy. It would
work on its own. It would work on its own.
Yeah, like you have this story with Desmond where there's a conspiracy where the world's going to end in 2012 or some nonsense, and you're like, oh, I gotta get to this. That's why I got to play these games so we can stop that thing here. But wouldn't it be way more interesting if, in a vague, like more mysterious sense, you discovered these things in the game that gave you weird hints about the future that like weren't exactly discussed? Like, guys, you know I'm a fan of Demon Souls and Dark Souls, and those games are all about giving you clues of the whole world and story through item descriptions and through, like, more vague, mysterious things that add to the atmosphere as a whole. And you could make an atmosphere of the whole series of Assassin's Creed through clever and more vague means than this really, really generic storyline with an incredibly generic cast of people who are so generic it makes me want to generic myself to death.
Because you'd think that like an order of really secretive assassins would have like cool codes that they would pass down the ages and have like ciphers and stuff and be like, this is the record of the assassins. Take it, my son, so that you may know of our power. But instead it's like, Desmond, you gotta hook up to your Oculus Rift and stab some people in the past.
Now, there's no sense in the whole, you're in the Animus now. Like, what? So, it's a way that I can justify having a GPS thing, like a map? What? Just give me a map and be like, yeah, it's a video game too, get over it. And I would be like, oh, cool, got it.
No, because in Red Dead Redemption, they weren't like, grandson of Jack Marston, you gotta hop in this chair so you can relive all your father's exploits, your great grandfather's exploits.
Why would
this is a thing that you're probably going to want, so we're just going to put it in there for you.
I think it's so people can cosplay a generic character or something. Because you're like, oh, well, now we're making this so that the white sweatshirt sales will go up. Like, he's the most boring character you've ever seen. He's like, now, like, in this game, he's like trying to look all BA, and you're like, this guy's not cool at all. He's like, I'm Desmond and I'm hardcore, and you're like, F off.
Dude, it's the biggest waste of Nolan North talent, that's for sure.
No, for real. You wouldn't even know it's Nolan North.
Yeah, because Nolan North is like a really dynamic voice actor and stuff, and then I'm sure in Assassin's Creed just like, hey, it's me, I'm Nolan North.
You put me back in this Animus? Why'd you do that?
I don't like you, Templars.
Grr, I discovered I need a key. Yep. No, by the way, here's a story. Here's the Desmond story for this game. We need to figure out where this key is hidden so we can open this door. So we're going into this memory thing to find out where the key is.
That seems fun.
That's awful. That is terrible.
That seems pretty cool, right? Everyone likes keys.
Just stop with the if I could get a version of these games where there's no Desmond thing, the game would be infinitely better. Like a million bajillion times better. Like it wouldn't be close.
No, because I remember at the end of 2 when they were like, when you got out of the Animus or whatever, you finished the last boss and like the Templars were attacking you or whatever, and then you're like, oh, suddenly Desmond learned all the assassin powers and stuff from the chair. He's been training this whole time. And
oh boy,
I don't care.
Like, wouldn't it have been way cooler if, spoilers, at the end of Assassin's Creed 2, when you find that crazy like
ancient computer
who's like talking to you about how like this future stuff is happening and how like this stuff that Ezio completely doesn't understand, and then like what's that? In the next game you're in the future and like this stuff makes a little more sense. That would have been cooler.
See,
instead of just like speaking to you in the computer simulation, whatever.
That's a part I actually did like. I thought was pretty cool actually. As far as playing around with the Desmond stuff. When the Minerva or whatever was talking to Ezio and he was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And she was like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the guy in the computer simulation.
Guess what?
I thought that was pretty cool at least.
Guess what that could have been? The Minerva or whatever talking directly to the player.
Yeah.
Who the overarching themes are then happening to instead of this other thing. It could have been directly to you, and the feeling would have been more internalized and cool because you'd been like, I understand all this stuff because I paid all attention to the story and I got all these context clues. Instead, it's my character's going to react really crazy. Instead of drawing you into the game, it is bringing your character more into a simulation.
That did draw me into the game. I'll give them credit for that. That was what you call a payoff, as far as I'm concerned.
It was a payoff.
They set it up.
But it could have been better.
It could have been better, but at least it was a payoff for something that they had set up earlier.
I just think it would have been better if we had just not had it at all.
Yeah,
which I know is a cop-out to say, but I would implore someone to come to me and say, actually, Desmond's my favorite part of the game. Because those people don't exist.
No.
Nobody cares about the Desmond parts because they're just not interesting.
Guys, you know what is interesting, though?
What?
Our YouTube videos. They're great every day.
Dude, our podcast, you guys love it. Why don't you guys rate it on iTunes?
Guys, one half-hour episode a day. We're like The Simpsons, but better. But worse, but better.
I don't even understand what that means.
Well, we're better than New Simpsons, but worse than Old Simpsons.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You should watch us on YouTube. You should like us on YouTube. You should subscribe to us on YouTube.
You should give us lots of comments because we love to read it.
And like comments, you guys should email us because we love to read those.
Yeah, we like emails. We definitely love iTunes ratings. Those are really the bee's
Oh god, when I get one of those, it's like getting $1,000. That's how great it is.
It's like getting 1,000 birthdays.
And all we are going to give you in return for that is speed reviews.
Tom, this is the list of top 10 2D platformer games.
Love it.
Number 10, Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles.
Dracula X Chronicles is super cool because it's like a bunch of games in one game for the PSP, and the PSP is better than you think it is, so 10 out of 10. Oddworld, Abe's Exodus.
I knew a guy named Abe. He had to get out because he had too many dogs for the neighborhood, and the apartment complex wasn't going to allow it, so he had to move. It was kind of a bummer. So that gets a 2 out of 10. Number 8, Super Mario All-Stars.
Super Mario All-Stars, all your favorite Mario games wrapped up into one. You got Mario and Top Hat in the front, which is the only time he's ever appeared in Top Hat, so it's legendary in that regard. 10 out of 10. Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country is really fun. It's got monkeys. It's better than a trip to the zoo. 9 out of 10. Number 6, Earthworm Jim 2.
Earthworm Jim is named the guy who loves earthworms. He wears them as like a full body outfit. It's kind of a fashion thing that's super gross. 3 out of 10. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles was Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and then you put Knuckles onto it. So it's obviously a better game because you got Knuckles there, and he's really great. 7 out of 10. Number 4, Norse by Norse-West, The Return of the Lost Vikings.
Remember the song by Deathclock, The Lost Vikings? That was a pretty good song. I just listened to that album recently, but also I don't know anything about this game and it sounds terrible. 1 out of 10. Dynamite Hetty.
Dynamite Hetty's a real nice lady who lives on my street, and everyone seems to really like her, but I don't know why. Gets 10 out of 10. Number 2, Metroid Fusion.
Metroid Fusion is the game for the Game Boy Advance that's like the first Metroid, but even better, because it's fused with the old ones to make this new Metroid that's somehow more Metroid-y than the previous ones. 10 out of 10. Rayman.
Rain Man wasn't a video game. It was a very popular movie starring Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. I think Dustin Hoffman was nominated for it, but I don't think they made a game about that. So I'm going to give that a 0 out of 10.
We did it,
guys. We're going to talk to you next week.